Johnson. And he finds Stills, complete. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Showed some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. A first down carry here for Johnson. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull. And this will be a touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. A first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
319! Middle. 80 weapons. Watch the safety creep.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. He finds an opening past the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
50 ready! Let's go, Hey, echo!
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. We become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
To throw, it's Allen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now Allen to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Let's go.
A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. A shotgun snap for Watson. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
6 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the left hash, this from 46. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is what I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Texans here on 3rd down putting an extra defender in the secondary. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Oh, the return is Jones. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And this one is right down Broadway. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Let's go, defense.
High. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Where's the set? 19.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. From the gun, a give to Hyde. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
19. 49. You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll run high. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 33 and a first. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
And now he'll tuck it and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. A shotgun handoff now to Yeldon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They run here with Singletary, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen escaping the pressure right. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Whitney merciless. Gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
A 35-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. You know that they were thinking second-half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They're going to get 9 here on 1st down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, it's Johnson, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. They run high. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Johnson. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On second down, Singletary. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On first down, Allen. He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him 6 yards in the first down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They run again with Hyde on first. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, it's Hyde. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Jerry Hughes on the tackle. A 5-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down at the 21.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Johnson, it's poke free. Football's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover for his squad.
Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. McKenzie now to return it. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And now on is the field goal unit. And, boy, this is speculative at best, crazy at worst. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hip.